better. I feel like I can spit fire.
Let's go, Obama.
Luna.
Crab and Goyle. Dog, if I'm them, I'm like, oh my God. I gotta do this Dark Lord shit right now. There we go. Bitch.
Well. What brings you here, Potter?
You already know what's up, bitch.
You knew it was me. You didn't say anything.
Come on, Draco. Don't be a brat. To him. Easy.
Yeah. That's Draco for you. They got pixies in that bitch like bed bugs. That's nasty. They just been in there mating and breeding. Is that fire? Oh! Holy fuck, this is great. Oh, shit. Oh shit! Oh shit! We get to see some more brooming. Oh, for real? He's out of here? Damn, yo. That's your fault for rolling with that motherfucker for that long.
If we die for them, Harry, I'm gonna kill you!
And he couldn't do it. There's gonna be some ghosts and shit. Get it. There we go. Woo!
My lord.
He's gonna kill you. Yeah, he keep talking. Like, shut up.
I need to keep you safe.
Is the snake the Dark Lord? Like, he's been talking to it lately a lot. Like, it's the one running things. Like,
She's the last one. It's the last Horcrux.
oh, okay.
I do not need to seek the boy. Before the night is out, he will come to me. Do you understand? Go and find Severus. Bring him to me.
They fucking that place up. Imagine being a Death Eater and some kids come and just vanish you into the other world. Like, woo. Oh! They really killing kids in this motherfucker. Oh shit! I worried about that from the very first movie. I was like, yo, are they gonna kill all these kids? Yeah.
When the boy comes, it will not fail you, I'm sure.
It will fail him.
It answers to you.
Where does its true loyalty lie?
With you. Of course.
The Elder Wand belongs to the wizard who killed its last owner. You killed Dumbledore, Severus. While you live, the Elder Wand cannot truly be mine.
My lord.
Oh, shit.
Take them. Please.
Wait, his tears? Is he saying take them?
Quickly, a flask, anything.
Take them to the Pensieve.
Every drop of magical blood spilled is a terrible waste. Harry Potter, I now speak directly to you.
This whole
Join
ass
me
thing.
in the Forbidden Forest and confront your fate.
Which one is that? Oh no! They fooled me once again. I thought the twins were safe and off limits. They killed Ramus and his wife.
Freak! I'm here. I'm
Oh, they just got split up into different houses, so that set them off on different paths. I mean, Snape, you look like you come out of a Tim Burton film. You were bound to go to Slytherin, my guy. Like,
The prophecy did not refer to a woman. It spoke of a boy born at the end of July.
Yes, but he thinks it's her son. He intends to hunt them down now to kill them.
oh, that's why he turned.
Harry, be safe. Be strong.
Oh, it makes so much sense that I didn't even see it. That makes so much sense.
The Dark Lord will return. And when he does, the boy will be in terrible danger. When you risk your life every day to protect the boy.
Now
He
it makes
possesses no
sense.
measurable talent. His arrogance rivals even that of his father.
Lazy, arrogant.
My father was a great man.
Your father was a swine.
We both know Lord Voldemort has ordered the Malfoy boy to murder me.
I knew it. They had like a plan together.
You must be the one to kill me, Severus.
Yeah, this is, yeah.
It is
Kinda
the
figured
only
this.
way. There will come a time when Harry Potter must be told something. But you must wait until Voldemort is at his most vulnerable. The curse rebounded. When that happened, a part of Voldemort's soul latched itself onto the only living thing it could find.
He's a Horcrux, isn't he?
There's a reason Harry can speak with snakes.
I know I'm not
There's a reason he can
tripping.
look
I
into
said
Lord
this.
Voldemort's mind.
So when the time comes, the boy must die.
I knew it.
You've been raising him like a pig for slaughter.
Don't
Damn.
tell me now that you've grown to care for the boy. Lily? After all this time?
There's a reason I can hear them. The Horcruxes. I think I've known for a while. And I think you have too.
Yeah, I can tell by that look on her face.
I'll go with you.
Now, kill the snake.
Holy shit. Wait. Yeah, Resurrection Stone. Yeah. No shit. Ramus, Sirius, his mom and dad.
Does it hurt? Dying.
Depends on how you die.
You'll stay with me.
Until the end.
Stay close to me.
Always.
Harry? No!
That man look like a goddamn hot wing.
A part of him lives within me, doesn't it?
Did. It was just destroyed many moments ago by none other than Voldemort himself.
And the snake's still alive.
Yes.
And I've nothing to kill it with.
Help will always be given at Hogwarts, Harry, to those who ask for it. Amend my original statement to this. Help will always be given at Hogwarts to those who deserve it. Do not pity the dead, Harry. Pity the living.
Professor, my mother's Patronus was a doe, wasn't it?
Right.
That's the same as Professor Snape's.
I don't need your help.
Characters like her always funny to me. Like, she would have his baby. She would do anything for him. She would kill for him. She would die for him. He do not. He don't want her, need her, or care about her.
Draco, is he alive?
Oh. I knew she was different. You see, like, how all the kids ain't scared of him? They like, hey, like, if they could, they'd kill that motherfucker right now.
No! No!
Silence!
Don't worry, y'all. Don't worry. He's good.
From this day forth, you put your faith in me.
Oh, shit.
Harry Potter is dead!
Haha, laugh it up. Laugh it up.
Ah, well done, Draco.
Nah, Longbottom about to say some snazzy shit. Like, I used to be a fuck up.
Well, I must say I'd hoped for better.
But now all I do is fuck shit up. Y'all trying to play him? Okay.
And who might you be, young man?
Doesn't matter that Harry's gone.
Stand down, Neville.
People die every day.
Oh, he said niggas die every day, B.
Friends.
Yeah, let's go, yeah.
Family. We lost Harry tonight. But he's still with us. In here, they didn't die in vain. But you will.
Oh.
Because you're wrong. It's not over.
Oh! Let's go! Hey, hold up. The way Harry just fell out of that bitch and the look on Voldemort's face like, the fuck? Harry just fell. Like, it wasn't graceful. He's like, yeah, let's go. Yeah. Woo. Hey, they out. They like, hey, we done with this shit. Woo! Woo! Oh! Oh, but the snake is behind him. Woo! Yeah. Now it's just you and him, Snake. Shank. Woo! Or is he coming in with the sword? If Longbottom is the one to save the day, I swear that'd be dope, man. It's like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, she mad powerful. That must mean her mama powerful. Let's see.
My daughter, you bitch.
Let's go. Yeah, they done had enough. The Weasleys had enough. There we go. Yeah. Wow! Woo! Shattered her.
I killed Snape.
But what if the one never belonged to Snape? What if its allegiance was always to someone else? Let's finish this the way we started it. Together.
Oh, shit! Yo! Oh my goodness. Where's Longbottom? Oh shit. Wow! Get out of here, pussy! Let's go! Hey, for him to be the fucking hero in that moment is like, wow, you out of here. You out of here, Voldy. Yeah, the wine belongs to someone else. Yeah, get out of here. Wait a minute, I just realized, is that nigga sweeping?
It was Draco who disarmed Dumbledore that night in the astronomy tower. And the wand answered him until the other night when I disarmed Draco at Malfoy Manor.
So that means...
I will say, though, if I'm Harry, I'm going back to live a nice, normal muggle life. I gotta be honest. I'm done with this shit. I don't know why I like this. I liked it when it happened on Naruto. When we see all of them grown in Boruto, that was the best part. Like,
You were named after 2 headmasters of Hogwarts. One of them was a Slytherin, and he was the bravest man I've ever known.
I gotta be honest with you, and this is gonna be controversial if you... I keep bringing up Naruto, but we gotta treat Slytherin like the Uchihas. We gotta put them outside. Yeah, we gonna sit y'all ass outside. Yeah, y'all one of us, but... Oh, look at this. I like this ending. I like that. Oh, that's some dope shit, man. first, let me start by saying, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. And I've started a Patreon. If you would like early and full-length reactions to movies and shows like this one, check it out. Hey, man, look, from beginning to end, okay, let's put it this way. That first film does its job so well. Get you into it. Okay, boom. But you don't, let's say I've never read the books or anything, which I haven't. You don't know what you're in for, and you don't understand how much it plays a role. Everything you're watching on the screen at that time will play a role in the 8th film. Like, think about how crazy that is. And for me, a viewer who's watching this and has pretty much binge watched it, it was satisfying. And that's all I can ask for. Now, I'm not saying it was only satisfying. It was actually dope, and they did some things very well, things that I liked and enjoyed. But at the least, when we're getting that final movie and something like this, especially you're talking 8 parts, all at the least I need it to be satisfying. By the time we get to them on the bridge and they're holding each other's hands, that was it for me. Had it ended like that, I'm cool. Then we go 19 years later, and as I said, the makeup and the outfits, that's probably the best they've done in this entire thing, because they did not look like young people playing older people. They looked like some parent-ass parents, and the kids, for them to have a part where you got to hear him shout out Snape. They made sure everything was tied up. For him to shout out Snape in that moment, it's like, hey, at this whole point, as I said, when we go back and we see Snape, as I said, he's like a Tim Burton character or something like that. The whole Slytherin steez, is just Tim Burton-ish. But I'm not saying that in a bad way. It's just when you saw them, you knew, oh, something's up with them, right? From the very beginning, as y'all saw in my reaction, my thinking is, there's something up with him. Is he evil? And then they insinuate, Slytherin. And then we learn the story of the original 4 who created these houses, and you find out about it as it goes on, and you like, something's up with Snape. Even if Snape is being cool to them, I know something's up with him. And so by the time it comes around, remember, I haven't read the books. These movies I'm pretty sure, are tailored to people who have not read the books, because they're understanding. Yeah, a lot of y'all will, and we're going to get your money. That's their thinking. I'm talking about the studio. Their thinking is, we're going to get your money no matter what. Y'all fuck with these books. But we have to keep those other people engaged. So they did little things to make us be suspicious of Snape. So when it finally happens, you're like, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, there's more to it. But even still, I'm like, something's been up with him this whole time. But then to find out, once again, they haven't been hiding anything from you. It's been there the whole time. This man was in love with the mom. Now, they showed us early on, I'm thinking, okay, he got bullied by Potter's dad, and the thinking is like, okay, he's bullied by him. That's why he feels that sort of way. But then when you see, that was his first true love, and he never stopped loving her, and he had him and Dumbledore, like, the reason he changed his allegiances. First off, let's stop there. Probably the reason he changed his allegiances to the dark side in the first place was because he lost his love and lost it to his bully, it seems, right? So, and I think that's what they showed, right? Though, I feel like that's what they were showing at one point. He was being picked on at a certain point, and for his love to end up with her, that'll change you, right? Especially if you're already in the den of iniquity or whatever of Slytherin, and you're like, okay, you're going to go to that dark side. So that's what probably set that into motion. But what sets into motion him coming back is, that would probably be the only thing that would turn him, right? Is, they're going after them. Can you protect them, Dumbledore? Can you protect them? Dumbledore wasn't able to, but for him to have been there that night, Snape, and like, you know what I mean? And to find out it was a reversal spell that the mom did, but we kind of could piece this together. Like I said, at one point, I'm like, he's the Horcrux. I was certain of it, if I'm not mistaken. If you look back at the was it the one before this or the one? No, not. It was like the sixth film, I believe, where I was like, yeah, he's the Horcrux. He's a Horcrux. The symbol on his head. Yeah, he was, and that's why he could kind of hear them, and they were talking to each other, and he was a piece of him. Not just that he had left a piece of him. Yeah, he did, but he was the Horcrux. Like that was for that to be confirmed. Once again, there's these little things even if you pick up on it, it's like, okay, the story keeps going and I forget about it. Hey man, from the beginning, what we see in here is them laying a foundation with the universe, but it's not pointless, right? And when I say not pointless, I mean not pointless to the story I showed here, because oftentimes, especially by the time we got to the end of Game of Thrones in that series, they would add stuff from the lore, and in the end, it just had nothing. It was pointless. It didn't serve us a purpose. This, all lore served a purpose. And I was mistaken. In my mind, I thought, was the Philosopher's Stone that Resurrection Stone? No. Resurrection Stone was a whole other stone, right? And here's another thing I like about it. The lore is lore. So that whole story about it being death, who knows if that's actually true of these things coming from death? Who knows if that's actually true? But remember, they talked about that Resurrection Stone as if, yo, that one guy, he killed himself because she's not, the chick wasn't supposed to be on a plane of the living and all that. Like, we heard all these stories, but it turns out I like how they played that, because could it be true? Could that legend actually be real? Right? It more than likely probably isn't, but these things are so powerful that, hey, these may actually belong to Death himself, right? From the beginning, laid the foundation. Look, Luna, she played her part in this. Luna, like the whole thing with us having seen death allows us to be able to speak to things that other people can't see, comes back into play. And because that lays a foundation for how she just sees the world. So she could let him know, hey, no, look. Listen, I know this person. I know, what was her name? Helena. Like, she's up there. Go talk to her there, right? So goes talk to her. Foundation was laid. Listen, one of my most favorite parts of this is Neville Longbottom saving the day. It almost gives you like shivers or something, because you like, from the beginning, he was a little boy. First off, look at him, just how he is. When he first shows up, he looked like he just looked how he looked, right? And by the time we get to it, he looks the most manly. He's tall. You know what I mean? If you saw him, you wouldn't even think, okay, that's who he used to be, right? He'd be one of those people where he shows you an old picture of himself and you're like, oh, like, dang, look at him. You'd make fun of it. And everything was happening to him, to the point where when the Pixies did what they did, they were like, yo, what? And every time he's the comic relief. Here's what I like about this. Not only do the styles of the films change, and I talked about this, because they become more adult, you're allowed to push on more different themes. For him to be comic relief, and then we get to this film where ain't no comedy in this motherfucker. For him to switch from comic relief to saving the day and killing the last Horcrux, the snake, I would, like, if I'm in the theater, I'd have got like, yeah, nigga, let's go. Like, I'd have been hyping that motherfucker, because I don't know. For me, it was like, man, they've been laying a foundation for this, and not just this is how it's going to happen, right? Because a lot of times in these trilogies and shit, when they're building upon the base, you can see where it's going. With this, it's not even that I just can't see where it's going. It's just, it happened. Okay, it's just part of the story, right? Him, Neville Longbottom being who he is, just part of the story. Haha, it's part of the lore. And then it comes back when he gave that talk and he stood out front. Yo, y'all not going to keep playing him. First off, he already got a problem with how they get down. The fact that these are the type of people who would torture people, and they trying to teach, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he said they whooped him out because they wanted him to train on that curse on first years, which is like, so he already had enough. So for him to come and talk and to wield that sword of Gryffindor is like, okay. Right, I really enjoyed that. Then to see, what's his name, McGonagall? Is that how you pronounce it? Hey, for me that was fire, because she had enough. and she backed Snape down. Now at the moment, I'm already thinking Snape, there was more to the story. But for her to back him down, it was like, hey, I liked that, man. She had enough. And then she said, listen, when they did that whole thing with Voldemort talking to everybody at once is one of the coldest things in a fucking just series or universe like this. Because think about what he is to them. Think about how horrifying that is. We don't say his name, and he's in my mind. So when them girls are screaming, they're like, they can't take this. And when that one girl turns and she's like, yeah, Harry. And McGonagall said, hey, get these Slytherin motherfuckers the fuck up out of here. That's why, no disrespect, but you got to treat them like the Uchihas, man. We got to put them on the outer limits, man. No disrespect. We can't keep having this. We can't. Every time one of y'all go through something, now you might become a Dark Lord. Fuck out of here, nigga. Yeah, and so McGonagall, when she did what she did, and she was like, I've always wanted to do that spell or whatever. I like that when they got ready and prepared. Oh, I want to say another thing. Don't get it twisted. When I was saying, yo, I feel like these things are gonna come back and help with the battle. Yeah, that would have been dope. But this is its own film. It didn't require that. It didn't require that whole the tree imp showing up or all the armies coming together. No. It came back to Hogwarts, which I enjoyed, and which I really didn't see it coming, which is funny because it started there, but the films had gotten so dark that you kind of forget. But early on in this film, they show Snape looking down, and as I said, they got them marching like the Hitler Youth or something like that. Yeah, that's what they looked like, and that's, as I said in that last film, that's what they were going for. They were on some fascist shit, and I just assumed, hey, we were going to see the Centaurs because the Centaurs not fucking with them. I thought maybe some giants would switch their allegiances or to some others, and I believe those ones on the bridge weren't giants. I believe those were trolls, right? That's what I think. Hey, man, I like the way it went down because it was, first off, kids were dying. Kids were getting killed. And there was a point, I believe I said in the earlier films, but yo, when they battle, are some kids going to die? Some kids went down. One of the twins died. Ramus and his wife died. Excuse me. And I'm sitting there like, yo, they took it there. But there was no point where this is like them jumping the shark or for the sake of violence, they're doing this. From the beginning, we knew this is what was going down. From the beginning, even if you ain't read the book, you're like, oh, you know what I mean? And so that's why for me to get wrapped up in this and forget, oh, yeah, this is coming back to Hogwarts. I just forgot that that's how this is going to go. For the snake to be the last Horcrux, well, he wasn't the final. He was the second to final. We come to find out Harry is the final, but for him to be the last Horcrux, it was like, oh, yeah, that's why he's keeping it close to him. And that's why there was a point where it almost seemed like he was answering the snake. And I was like, is he answering to him? And right when I say that, I believe Harry was the one. He says, oh, yeah, that's the Horcrux. He has it with him. The goblins. That one goblin, he just looked sneaky, man. Like all the goblins, they have a goblin look to them, but they all don't look as devious as that one goblin who they got out. It was just something about him. You knew he was going to be a scumbag and he was going to turn on them. There was parts in this that were, like I said, this was because of what this is and what it became. They were allowed to do whatever they want. So by the time we get to this, the genre, you couldn't label this as a certain genre. You could, yeah, it got magic in it. This final film wasn't really fantasy to me. This was more of an adventure, right? Those past two, like, yeah, you could say it's fantasy, but really there was a lot of Indiana Jones elements in this. Yeah, there's a dragon in it, and yeah, but hey, man, this for me, I liked what they did with this. In making it adult, we got to explore different genres and everything. When Hermione and Ron kiss, it was funny to me because it just happens. They go through what they go through, it happens. And I'm like, that's perfect way for that to take place because there had been so much. In the last film, we had seen her be upset with him, and we had seen before that Ron and her had this sort of thing. She was crying about him, and he was being an asshole, a dickhead, and for it to be that, like, we already had all the awkward. There was no need for a long pause. So for them to kiss like that, it was perfect, right? let's see what else we got, man, because there was so much in this, but not that much, if you get what I'm saying, because we knew what was coming to it. Oh, the actor who plays Voldemort, I'm not sure who it is, but perfect. Like I said, the way he holds the wand, it makes sure to show off his nasty hands. And I know people like, yo, that's funny, but there's certain things in the details when it comes to characters that are important. So the thing about Hermione is, yeah, she's brilliant and all that stuff, but every once in a while she can get, I won't say mousy, but she gets within herself. And when she turns into, they take the, is it polyjuice? They take that and she turns into Bellatrix. The actress who plays Bellatrix, when she turned into her and she sort of slumps her shoulder and she does the hair thing and she does the look with her faces. And I'm like, yeah, man, they're acting it. All of these actors in here, first off, we know how UK actors get down. Like they're beasts. Everybody in here was acting their ass off. There was not a point in here where I felt something was campy. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe y'all would have to point that out to me. I didn't feel no camp, and this could have had tons of fucking camp. I did not feel that at all. So when we get to, like I said, the guy who does Voldemort, from how he moves his hands, how he walks, like my man sort of dips a little bit and leans forward into the walk, like, you know what I mean? And that's all his own. And though he looked how he looked, he still seemed very human. That's what made him most creepy. Is that, yo, there's something human about this grotesque, deformed character in front of me, and I just don't fuck with him. All right. Then all the characters behind him, when they were doing that scene where they were laughing. First off, okay, here's another thing where we figure out Harry isn't dead. He comes back from talking to Dumbledore in that white space, and she asks, "Is Draco alive?" He sort of shakes. And right there, things were confirmed for me. Because the first time we see Mama Malfoy, we're like, oh, she's not like the rest. And we already know there's something up with Lucius where they not fucking with him, really. Yeah, he made it to the top, but they don't like him for some reason. And Voldemort keeps sunning him. And you see him, he was this distinguished guy. By the end, he got the stubble and all that. Like, he been going through it. So for Draco, we already knew that wasn't him. So by the time they're walking away, it's like, yeah, I can see that coming. Once again, they laid the foundations for this. But for her sister to be who her sister is, that's the thing. It's like, her sister's a crazy motherfucker. Like I said, I like characters like this. And nowadays, people may say this is problematic or something like this. I don't find that problematic. There needs to be problematic characters. But like, so a character like Bellatrix, who, like I said, she would have a baby for Voldemort. She would lay down her life for him. She would do anything he asked of her. And for him to just, and I made a joke about it being like on some pimping, but that's what it was. Like, yeah, everybody else say they fuck with him, but no, she really fuck with him. And it almost seemed like she's a fangirl, right? And for that to be in the same family as Malfoy's, as you know, those Malfoys, is like, yeah, man, you could tell that sister almost begrudgingly joined into that. Hey, man, this was good. It wrapped up well. To see them 19 years later and to talk about Snape and how he was a good man. I actually appreciated that, what they did with Snape, because, you know, I also appreciate what they did with Dumbledore, because Dumbledore's brother has beef with him. He has proper beef with him, right? Like our sister got out the pain because him searching for power. But Dumbledore, he's changed over time. But the thing is, he was in a position where he can't reveal all to everyone. So, yeah, you may be suspicious of him at certain points, but to see his brother in this, that was dope. But for them to bring him back to act, and they recover the memories of Snape, and you see, okay, this is what it is. But there's a point in there even where he says, Snape looks at him like, yo, you cold. You set him up as a sacrificial lamb. He like, hey, that's what we need to do. But once again, we know how Dumbledore really feels about him at this point, especially even Harry understands how he feels about it. But at that time, for Snape, he's like, yo, you's a cold motherfucker. Like, but no, he just can't reveal all to everyone. That's one of those things about being a leader. Also, I like that they show that in this, is that there's this thinking of like leaders are good at talking it, but leaders are also good at giving you only the information you need. I'll motivate you in the way I need you motivated. I'll motivate you in the way I need you motivated, and we're going to get this thing done. That's also a part of leadership, right? You may be like, oh, they're playing sides against each other, or they're putting things in motion. That's what's needed. If I got to lay down my life and it requires you. Oh, also the whole laying down the life thing. When they're up at the top and he called that man by his government name, Tom Riddle. Hey, he said, let's finish this like we started. I was like, hey, that was tough. That was tough. I like that. This was a good series. Hey, shout out to y'all for allowing me to like find this, because I'm thinking I don't think there's any real good universe like based stuff lately. I don't like none of the X-Men films. I don't like none of them. I can't wait till Disney gets them so they can treat them properly. They might even let Radcliffe do his thing. But and then I've seen all of what Disney has done with Marvel. I'm seeing all of what DC has done, the travesty that Warner Brothers has done. Here's another thing. They should have learned from this universe when it comes to the DC universe. It starts off lighthearted and all that, and we end up with the darkness, so we can accept that, because what that means is all hope is lost. We're on the edge of something terrible happen. I don't understand why they don't get that with the DC universe. You can't just throw us directly into the darkness. But anyway, never mind that. Yeah, man. I'm glad I found this, and I'm glad I finally watched it. This was enjoyable for me. Hey, shout out to y'all. Next movie.